Welcome everyone to Compliance Weekly, uh, 6th of May 2025. Let's start with the milestone board walkthrough first. Sam, do you know which was the last issue that we discussed?
I think it was to delete inconsistent rows.
Which one? Delete
Yeah,
inconsistent
I
rows.
think that was the last one. Yeah.
Okay. So there's only one new closed issue. Remove the new framework success page.
And we close that because we're not going to continue forward with doing that thing. So
It's a quick one.
nice and quick. Yeah.
In comparison to the previous ones. Uh, let's move on to the planning issue. Anything else that anybody wants to discuss over here?
I think just probably we have two in verification, so I know that gets stuck sometimes, so I'll just call it out.
And I'll be moving one more issue to verification.
That looks very old. Sorry, that's my bad.
That's 17.8.
Okay.
Let me get you. Have you changed it to 365?
365.
I think I fell into that same trap last week.
Yeah. So the first one is on me, custom compliance frameworks improvements. The MR for sorting project requirement statuses by project requirement and framework is merged, and I'll be moving the issue to verification. And I've created this MR for listing the project requirement statuses for a specific project only. I'll be sending it for review by today. Next is on Harsima.
Yes.
Well,
For the streaming part, I think Andrew has created a MR, which is in review. So we will move to new. We will move streaming to new using new tables. And for the controllers part, I have created one MR which is going to start using new tables for showing data on our dashboards. The last item remaining on this one is the audit events API. So I'm kind of stuck in that and trying to find a solution there. So instead of using one single table, we will be using four new tables, and handling pagination while querying data from four different tables is um, getting complex, and I'm not able to think of a straightforward solution, which as we are supporting key set pagination and offset pagination also in our API, and would like to keep supporting them to avoid any breaking change. So I'm thinking of getting some help from database team and seeing if they have some solution in mind for this problem.
Maybe a database view might help.
Uh, uh, by database view, do you mean the materialized views?
Yeah, like create a view with all tables aggregated and try to use the pagination on that. Not sure if there's load constraints or resource constraints on that. It seems might be quite
Yeah.
huge.
Main problem is that for cells we would need to define a sharding key. Then again, same problem will occur that we are using a single table instead
Yeah.
of different tables.
and in future, it can happen that they can belong to different databases too.
Yeah.
And so the problem is that that API is heavily used by looking at the stats. So
Yes.
it's not something that we can easily create a breaking change for without migrating customers over to something else, if so, or if we can solve this issue. So if anyone has any ideas, please yell out.
The next one is on Andrew, adding key OOTB controls for most requested compliance controls. Nate, do you have any update?
I was actually going to ask you, Hitesh, the final MR for this whole project is the CIS benchmark one. So
Okay. So I'll review that. Uh, Next one is on me, consolidation of tables for streaming audit events. So the migration is done. I think they are under finalization. I'll get back to the status of that and will update. Next.
Sheldon actually had an update on that one, I think.
Yeah, so for the consolidations, I found that for the HTTP destination, we had an issue when saving the data in the consolidated table. So I think there is like a new merge request to fix the patched background migration. So yeah, once that one is merged, I should be able to validate again.
Currently reviewing that one. I think it was the root issue was JSON fields were getting double encoded or something.
Yeah, we should also I'm not like too familiar with the BPM, but we should be able also to, because like there is an issue with like when creating new data, and then there's also now that the data was already created, so we have a bunch of like data that needs to be fixed in the database, like from the time we created like before.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this is taken into account also, but I do
Yeah,
have
I
some
I
sorry,
think it does
go
both.
ahead.
I just
Nice.
did a quick look at it so far, but I think it does both.
Nice. Yeah, I have a few destinations I created like a month ago or so. So I should be able to validate that.
So the current state is like once this migration is complete, we'll start streaming from the new tables.
I'm not sure how the streaming is doing. I was only involved in the creation of the new data. So from my understanding, once the migration is fixed, then I should be able to enable the UI to create the new destinations from the new UI. But I'm not sure how and when can we start using the streaming data from this new streaming table.
I think that is already behind a feature flag. Streaming to new destinations.
And when the new UI comes and the user adds to the new table, would we also add it to the old tables? Like,
Yes.
will we resync
Yeah.
it? Okay.
Yeah, there's a sync in the background and I think Andrew's plan was to keep it for at least 2 or 3 milestones, just for any other potential things that we haven't caught like this.
Next one is group compliance overview dashboard. Harsimar and Ilya.
Yes. So I think we will be creating 4 new APIs to power this dashboard, and I'm almost done with the implementation planning. I will be creating some issues under this epic today or by tomorrow.
Next one is link violations to framework controls, Huzaifa and Sam. Jaffa?
So yeah, I can talk about this bit. So the implementation plan for this is almost completed. I created several issues. In the Epic, also had a discussion with Sam around the front end. Doesn't look a lot. I mean, there's nothing too different from a front end perspective. Uh, I also had a chat with you yesterday. If you think there is another way instead of using audit events, please let me know, or else we'll proceed with what we have in the technical implementation plan.
Yeah, from my side, there were still a few design questions, but we streamlined those since Camila will be out for a while. So if we have something, we have to go ahead to just do it in a quicker fashion, and then we'll follow up. And I will also be creating several of the front end issues in the coming week.
Next one is on me. OTB compliance templates implementation plan. There is no update on this as focusing on custom compliance framework implements. Next one is on SAM improve compliance group metrics.
Yes. Still have two MRs in review for that one. One has analytics approval and needs a CI build fix, and the other one will be pushed back for the violations first. I think the milestone goal itself has been reached already, though.
There are no design and queue updates for discussions need.
Yeah, could have waited till afterwards actually. But does anyone mind if I move this forward an hour and a half? It's quite late and hard to keep my eyes open.
Yeah, I don't have any issue with that.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, works for me as well.
An hour and a half back, right? Like before,
Yeah,
not after.
I think that would
Sorry,
be
backwards, not forwards. Yeah.
Proves it's too late for you. Works for me. It's 3 p.m. for me would be 1:30 would be fine.
yeah. I think that's 8 o'clock UTC then, or yeah.
Perfect. I'll shift it after this then. One other one, just to call out, there is a section all hands happening tomorrow, I think, and then another stage level supply chain security all hands happening on the Friday. So if you're available and can make one of those meetings, please go along because hopefully there'll be some good information there.
Anything else to discuss? Okay. So thanks everyone for joining.